just like you to do that. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild and Harley Resigns.
Yes. What's going on, everybody? It is, what is it, Wednesday?
Yeah, I hope it's Wednesday. That's the day we usually do these.
Yeah, right? That's for the whatever day in a row we've been doing these. Get all this.
This is the 11th week in a row.
Nice. 11.
I feel bad for everyone.
That still seems pretty good. That seems like a
yeah,
reasonable thing we've done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like it's actually not as long as some of our budget builds. So
right. which is a good topic for this week, since we had kind of done a little bit of pre-thinking, and we're going to do a little bit of virtual bench racing, we could call it.
Yes. I'm still foggy on what that means, but
you've never heard that term?
No, I don't think I have. But you could tell me what it means, and I'll let you know if I have.
Like full size, people who are racers, and they talk about why they'd be faster or why this setup would be better, but it's all just BS.
Okay, so like an armchair quarterback.
Yes, along the lines of that.
Yes.
So,
all right, good. All armchair quarterback all day with you. and I'll talk some serious garbage too, because that's where I shine.
Right. Thanks everybody for checking in.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we got? We got Bucks RC World, Blue Dooley 4x4, 3D RC, RCing Around America, Fast Fixer, Tyler Lamy, DFW RC Crawls Today, DFW.
Yes, then people. Yes, I did put also some monthly Mayhem chat in the.
Yes.
In the title, so we also decided we'd discuss a little bit of that, and probably decide to get rolling on that soon.
Yes.
Yeah, my beard is also coming back quickly. Just so.
if we stay on this stream long enough,
yeah, we'll just finish it
by the end.
We'll just get it done.
My facial hair doesn't grow that quickly, but I'm always just sort of like, I leave it at this. This is about right for me.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to just leave it at that.
Well, no, I mean, it requires a lot of effort.
Right.
It doesn't just stay like this. All kinds of effort is required.
Yeah, somebody was saying that Phoenix was saying his chat was broke. I don't know why that was a thing, but it seems like we've got a bunch of people chatting now.
Yeah, it seems to be working fine.
It seems to be working fine. It is my anniversary today.
Congratulations.
And Nicole is still allowing me to
actually
to play with my RC friends.
your imaginary friends, as my wife calls them.
Your imaginary friends, yeah. Your internet made up people.
Oh, are you playing with your imaginary friends? People are asking, or actually saying, RC Voodoo said, "Thank God Josh shaved." I could not agree more. Fast Fixer also said, "Thank God that Vanquish guy's mustache is gone."
Yeah, it was a sad day.
Are you wearing your Vanquish shirt right now? Is that what's going on?
This is a Hoonigan shirt.
Hoonigan, eh?
Hoonigan. My brightness was a little low. I'll adjust it for you.
I've heard that, man. Oh, hold on. Don't start messing with that, because it gets horrible on my side.
Oh, well, it's better on mine now. So there you go.
I guess that's all that matters, really.
Yes, but no, today was it's very hot here. It was well over 100 degrees here, which I'm not ready for. So
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, it makes you tired.
Just stay hydrated there, pal.
How many years? This would be 4 years of marriage.
4 years? You're an amateur.
I know.
Come on.
Exactly.
You want to know how long I've been married?
19 years.
No, that's how long we've been together.
Oh, okay.
We've only been married 15 years.
Ooh. It's still, that's
It's a long time.
Yes, exactly. Is that why the stash is
I like.
That's that.
Yeah, that was her. That was Nicole's anniversary present.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy anniversary, baby. Lucky her. What a lucky girl.
Yeah, it's you set the bar low and you never disappoint.
That's right in line with like, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
Right. Beg for forgiveness rather
Beg
than ask
for forgiveness.
permission.
Ask for, yeah.
So, yes.
I bet you that's a lot of how Josh and Nicole's relationship goes on both sides.
Both sides. I agree. It's we run along a pretty similar path, but it works out.
Apparently, Phoenix says chat's working here on my,
and some people are responding to him on this side too, and I just don't think he's seeing it for some reason, because I can see his messages and everyone else's messages.
Maybe you blocked him.
Right.
He's not allowed.
So yeah, the topic that I was talking about with Matt today that I come up with was, I said that we should come up with two builds or two different routes to go. And I was discussing taking, and you have $500 and you either have to buy or build up a new car, or you have $500 and you have to try and go a used route and find some examples and go through those things. So did you do any research on your side to try and find your...
No. Oh. No, of course I did.
I did. And let me just tell you, I found some fantastic deals.
Oh, I see. Now I understand now. Okay. So you actually wanted me to go online today.
Yes, and shop.
Right before this show and shop for a truck. Oh,
exactly.
Oops.
Which is exactly what I did.
I didn't do that. Shoot.
You can be behind.
Well, as usual. It's easy when you come up with the challenge.
Right. And, it thought I did a pretty decent job of explaining it even, but evidently not.
No. I must have been thinking about something else.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, that'll work. I'll talk to you then.
Yeah, okay. Well, why don't you start?
Yes.
And then what's my budget? $500, and I get to look anywhere on the used market, right?
Yes, and you don't have to take into account shipping. And we can go over. I'll go over my new choice first if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
If I had $500, because new, at least you probably have your ideas.
Oh, okay. Quick, before you do that, Bob A, thank you. I got the shocks. You are the man.
The shocks.
Now I've got, check these out. RC10 original shocks.
You got yourself some. What was it? Are they new? Are they new old stock?
No, they're old stock.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty pleased with the quality of these.
Some very, very good condition previously owned.
Yeah, they're used, but they're all there and complete. So, Bob, thank you so much for sending these to me. You're a real lifesaver, a real fella. And also, really quickly, some jewelry cleaners actually make these whiter.
Oh, the wheels?
Yeah. So they were quite yellow, but they've whitened up quite nicely. Whatever that jewelry cleaning liquid is, it worked. Okay.
So
thank you, Bob.
I'm reading some of the comments here. The Blake Perdum, or Perdum, I don't know how you say his name, but my caption in the Scale News this week for the Proline van was below it. It said, needs a nose job more than Owen Wilson.
Yes, I remember.
Which Nicole actually came up with. But see,
she is funny.
Right. I was trying to. I leaned over to her. I was trying to come up with captions. I said, "Who's a celebrity that needs a nose job?" And she was Steve Martin, just because the one movie ever that was the case.
Oh, Roxanne.
Yes. It's like, no, that's terrible. I don't think
a
lot of my viewers are that old, but not all of them.
I'm surprised you're that old to remember that.
Yeah, I mean, at least I've seen it, but Anyway, yes, getting into I'm going to pull up that document. Sorry. Getting into my new vehicle choices. If I had $500 to spend today, I was trying to get the best. And like I had told you, had to be new and everything but the charger. And Matt froze. And so that was the idea of the build anyway. It was a new build, needed everything. You didn't have to consider what charger you actually needed. And
are you still? Oh my God! Hey, you got super frozen there for like 20 seconds.
You were frozen as well, but that's okay. I kept talking.
No, I'm fine. Everything's fine on my side. Start again.
All right. I was just blabbering to hopefully let you catch up. But okay.
That was not me.
$500 today, if I'm spending it, I'm buying a Wraith 1.9, $370.
Good deal.
It is a good deal. Then I am buying a Savox Servo, and I believe this is the titanium gear 12 something for $64, replacing the servo right away because the axial servo is still just not there.
Garbage.
That's really the only thing that Wraith needs right away, the servo. Plus a Vanquish servo horn for $14. And that still leaves me $52 for a battery.
That's great. That's good value.
Gen's Ace 4300, the Adventure Series, technically $56. So I'm $4 over budget.
Wow.
But I think that's the $500 build to do right now.
That's pretty good. Now, I'm lazy.
Okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
Sorry.
That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Where did you find this build?
These were all A-main prices.
Oh, you're not even going used. You're just going brand new.
That was brand new prices.
Oh, well, brand new.
And then I have used too. I did a brand new and I did a used.
Huh. Well, okay. Brand new. I don't even think I need to do much looking because I think. Hold on. You don't have this isn't an RTR challenge. This is just I've already got a radio challenge.
Well, that was an RTR, Wraith 1.9.
Well, that was an RTR.
That was everything but a battery. Or everything but a charger.
Okay. Wait, what? That's A-main has it with a battery?
That's why I said the Gen's Ace battery added in there. Technically went $4 over budget.
Fine. Okay. I am going to the rock crawler section.
And the Cletus McFarlane video popped up. So everyone heard the hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, heck yeah, brother, or whatever he says. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't watch enough of his channel.
I watch most.
I'm going different. I'm going to go $249 in the hole right off the bat.
Oh my God. You're as bad at this as you are the real budget build video.
Okay, well, to be fair, I'm just being funny because I chose the Vanquish VS410 Pro.
And you still need all the electronics.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm not picking that.
I am going to be the one to do that.
Hold the phone here. I'm going full value for the dollar here.
Man, and I could have done even better because J.R. Lawson and John Grant just told me Tower has it for $329.
See, you're not even very good at this.
See, I could have saved even more money. I'm telling you.
If only you had been paying attention. I think, gosh, there's a couple of good RTR options here. I might just get 4 SCX 24s.
You get 3 SCX 24s, 2 cases of beer, and 2 other friends, and you could have more fun than anybody.
That's so true, right? And you could get a different one for all your friends. You could get the C10. You could get a JLU. You could get a Deadbolt. I think that's pretty. See, I'm thinking about the party.
That, it's honestly, it's not a bad, if you're trying to get in for $500, especially now, maybe you can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's, I will say.
You could socially distance with your 3 friends.
I will say that I went ahead and picked up a SCX 24.
Another one, you mean?
Yeah. Well, my other one lives in Australia now.
Oh, crikey! I'm converting mine to the JLU because what's his face sent me the C10, and I didn't really like that one so much. But he also sent me the Wrangler body in the Sting Gray because they were considering this before they went white,
yellow and white.
White, yeah.
I agree that those are yellow and white are probably better colors for.
No, this is
flashy.
This is bitchin'. Look at this.
It's not bad. You're off camera on mine, but.
Oh, how about now?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I like it like that. So yeah, that I think for the sake of fun, that would be my choice, just for goofing off fun. But if I'm just buying one for myself,
yeah.
If I were like Josh and didn't have any friends, I'd probably.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd probably. Gosh, I don't know. There's a lot of choices under $500 in the RTR realm.
There is. And then I wanted to. Oh, thank you to Dylan Tobin for giving me $2, by the way. Thanks for all the videos. While you keep thinking, because yes, you do have to figure out what the best buy, and then what money that leaves you over for some much needed upgrades.
Yeah. Well, then,
because the upgrades are the most fun part.
It's true. So my next best choice, if I was doing this on I'm only by myself level, I think I would probably go with the new IFS Trail Runner.
Okay. That one's the most expensive element yet, though.
It's $379, right?
$379 or $380? Yeah, $379 or $380.
$79. And you get the IFS, you get overdrive, you get a solid axle in the box in case you didn't like IFS.
But do you get all of the parts for the solid axle?
You get nearly all the parts. You just need to get the drive shafts, and then I think you're good. Yeah, I think that's all you need. I think it includes the links. I think. Maybe it doesn't. I'll double check that. And then there's tons of money left over for a battery because it doesn't come with one of those.
There is. The Element servos are some of the best as far as RTR servos go. So I'll give you that. I don't know that the IFS would not be my choice. I have to say.
I know.
I
know it wouldn't, but we're different people.
I know. You just hate performance. You just hate. You just love leaf springs and just not a fan of performance. I get it.
Who needs it?
Right.
It's a trail truck, man. Where I live, there's hardly any rocks anyway.
I get it, but no, I don't. I'm lying. I don't get it. I can't.
Yes, you do.
I can't understand
it. Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's a hard sell for me.
Okay, fine. And I don't.
But not that a Wraith is an easy sell for most people because it's not a frame rail truck.
Right. It's not an easy choice for me. The upgrade path there is definitely shorter than it is with a frame railed truck.
It is shorter. Yes. That's for sure. That's, it depends on which way you see that, and if you like the style of a Wraith, then you're great, because you get this cage style that you really can't match for less money with a regular truck.
Right.
But I get it. That's
okay, good. I'm glad you get it.
You're still wrong, but I get it.
Okay, well, here's a third choice then that I think we can both agree on.
Okay.
dancing rider and pocket all the money.
Yeah.
Because what's the dancing rider cost? Like $99?
Yeah, exactly. I'm in.
Yeah, see? It just made it super easy on you.
Yes. Now, I will say, the used portion is what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, right. Now, see, that's going to take more use or more time for me because I didn't actually do my homework.
Yeah, you look at that. I'm going to
start looking right now. Where did you look? Where did you start looking?
I went Facebook, Craigslist, RC Crawler. I went all my usual haunts for trying to buy a truck.
I'll start at RC Crawler because I don't even know where to begin to look on Facebook because I've never bought anything on Facebook.
You can get great deals, but you also have to deal with Facebook.
All right.
So I'm switching.
$9.99. Thanks for the $2.99. I will definitely crush it more than usual.
Okay, I'm going to.
All right, Josh. You've already found one, yeah?
Oh, I have. I'm just going to. I got to log in here so that I can see. Okay. Let me switch to showing my screen here. So, first one, 2 options actually. There's 2 truck options here for $400, like decently upgraded even. Kind of interesting. This is on RCC. Jada Lipper had these.
Oh no, I'm looking at the same posting.
Oh, too bad. I found him first.
Damn it.
So now this first $400 it's a Venture. That's the only problem with the first one. But it's got a decent parts list. It's got some upgrades on it, some aluminum, wheels on it already. It's got Hobbywing 1080 ESC. Not a bad ESC. It's got
not the worst choice.
It's got a Sawox upgraded servo. Not bad. Yeah. The Venture came with decent shocks out of the box, which was a bonus.
Yeah, those are decent shocks for sure.
It's got a metal pan hard mount, which was great. Another thing that they had out of the box that was a nice option. Their links were all M3, which is not what I would consider a good choice, but Axial even did that on the pan hard link of the SCX3, which I would say is not a good choice.
No.
The axles were always kind of pros and cons on a Venture, but it's got some upgraded knuckles already. So that's not a bad
C-hubs too.
That's not a bad truck for $400.
That's a good deal for $400.
He also has
I know why you liked it too.
He also has a K5 in there.
I see that.
It's an Ascender, and I don't think Ascenders are worth $400, honestly.
No.
This one, not. I wouldn't. Oh, no. I wouldn't consider this one for the same money.
No.
It does have a Holmes motor and a 1080. Looks like what was the servo on this one? A pretty decent servo, but again, I would not pay $400 for an Ascender. Even though it has
it doesn't matter how upgraded it is.
Yeah, honestly, no matter no matter what you put on an Ascender, I wouldn't pay $400.
No, the problem is they're end of life basically, even though they're not technically. There's not much there and not a lot of development, and parts are going to get scarce. So
yeah, the other one that I found though that was a steal of a deal was this here. Okay. So this is a TRX4 kit version, the builder, like not the sport kit, but this is the one that came.
No, but the builder's kit,
with all the servos, stuff in it. The locking, unlocking diffs. It's got a motor.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a servo or an ESC, no wheels or tires. But this thing was listed for $200.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Buy it now. Where's the button?
So, $200, like.
That's crazy
that leaves you
cheap.
$300 for. I mean, even if you bought some takeoff wheels and tires for $40, found the body you absolutely wanted for $50.
That's a steal.
1080 ESC. You could this thing could be
That's a total steal. Yeah.
So
how can you say no at that price? Even though you probably would put all $300 into it.
Oh, you would, but you would absolutely get to build what you would want.
Be a great truck.
Oh, this one isn't available anymore. Dang it.
Oh, I guess it's off
the price even went down since I looked. Oh, he knocked so this one, builder's kit for $165 with, had some decent parts. It had Traxxas big bore shocks on it, some other stuff, but okay.
Man, that's good.
So there were some good ones. That was I looked for maybe 30 minutes today, 45 minutes, and found those options for things to buy. And those weren't necessarily local. That last one was on Facebook, but
that's a pretty good deal.
So I'm going to go look back through my comments for a minute while you,
I'm still kind of looking. It's too bad you found that thing first.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh, wait. Oh, I found it. I already found it. This is super easy.
Okay.
This is a fun build. It is a axial Yeti roller.
Okay.
Looks like it's been built up pretty well to be a Beetle. It's in really good shape. All the parts are there. VP front shock tower, front shock adjusters, front caster blocks, knuckles, motor plate, motor cam, RPM A-arms, high-tech 5625 servo, Vanquish wheels. Oh, they're the cool retro style vintage ones. What are they called? They look like the kidney cutouts.
Oh yeah. The stock car wheels, right?
Yeah. Proline BFG 2.2s, the Proline unpainted Baja Bug, already cut for the Yeti. Includes the old axial score body.
Oh, that's a pretty decent parts list. I think you can actually find some pretty decent buys on Yetis. Just because, again, those are kind of becoming end of life as well.
And it's one of those cars, actually. I just sold a Yeti TT not too long ago. This one with all those Vanquish bits, no motor ESC, $399.
Okay, no motor ESC though.
Yeah, it's a little on the pricey side, but it's all there and it's really clean.
Right. Yeah, that's.
So, that alone is kind of worth it. If you're looking for something a bit fun to kind of goof off with, this is a good choice.
Yeah, especially if you're kind of itching for a little bit of speed. I think if I was looking in that range, I would probably try and hunt for a bomber. Because I think that there were so many bombers out there.
It's definitely more capable.
I find it more capable for like in a general purpose type build. But I think there were so many bombers out there that you can actually find pretty good deals on them used. Especially since the 2.2 stuff is somewhat less popular right now.
Right.
Or is less popular right now. Then, it's just, you can actually find some decent deals.
Yeah. And I think that one's pretty good. I mean, you're right. Yeti is sort of at the EOL, and you're not going to find a lot of part support for much longer. But, he includes a lot of extra bits. So, I don't know, for $399, if you wanted to have some fun, that might be a good place to start.
Trax RC was saying, he doesn't understand why they discontinued the Yeti.
Well, yeah.
And, I think that was just a decision within Horizon where they had this competing Baja Ray, Rock Ray versus Yeti score. And, we can't, UI, the consumer can't see numbers on what is outperforming as far as sales in one versus the other. Or maybe they're selling the exact same, but it costs 35% more to buy the Yetis than it does, in the like it costs them 30, maybe their profit margins are so much less on it, or it's some, things along those lines. You never know what all of the factors are behind the scenes there. So
no, totally.
While for us, it may just seem like, why not just have both? You're trying to capture more of the market, but at the same time, it may not fit their business structure.
Yeah, you're totally right. And when Horizon took over, that's the first thing they looked at across all the lines was where is there overlap and where are we selling more of what and where can we save money and get rid of some of these things.
Yeah. So, and obviously one of them was doing it right and one of them, I mean, you can only argue that so much before.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to believe it was the Rock Ray though.
Yeah, that's the Rock Ray. While the Yeti was never my favorite truck, like it just wasn't my bag. But I liked it more than I liked the Rock Ray.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Although I think I liked the Baja Ray more than the Yeti Score.
Agreed. The Baja Ray had a much better look.
It did, and the cage was good. Just it was also faster. The Yeti Score was painfully slow out of the box for what it was. It needed some major gearing.
Oof. Yeah, and a lot more power.
Yeah.
The didn't you use off topic, but didn't you use the Baja Ray transmission in the drag bolt?
I was going to.
Right, but you could fit something.
What I ended up doing was using a Losi SCTE center diff, which is made for dog bone drive cups.
Right.
But that center diff is basically very similar to what's in the center diff of the Baja Ray. So I took the outputs from the Baja Ray and machined them down and then installed them into that center diff so I could have a center diff with drive shaft outputs.
Got it.
It was the key to my success.
Yes, I think it probably
and
was.
And just being better.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why you won that.
Right. But yeah,
yes. Okay. How much is the Bomber RTR?
$449.
But that comes with a brushed motor, right?
It is brushed.
21 turn?
35 turn. You're thinking of the original Wraith, which had a 20 turn.
Right. 35 turn motor. I don't know.
I
changed my mind.
My Bomber's going to get its another update video tonight, tomorrow.
I also have a video coming out tomorrow too. Just so everyone knows.
Oh, what's yours?
What's on the Bench, episode 7.
Oh, good. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, one of them is still on the bench.
Well, that I can't see it, but still.
No, you can't see it. It's just over there.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm looking forward to my next Bomber update. The front end looks considerably different than it used to.
Why? What'd you do to it?
There's less servo in the way, and a lot of other parts. It's getting serious.
It's so little of a Bomber left anymore.
Well, that's how. That was this one. I was just like, I'm not going to try and stick to any budget. I'm just going to go ahead and offend people right away with how much I'm just going to throw into a bin. I'm definitely keeping the interior though.
Oh yeah,
it's just a rule.
I should hope so.
All builds have to have a Bomber interior. This one happened to come with it out of the box.
If it's a Lexan body, it better have a Bomber interior. I've got some updates for what's on the bench for tomorrow. There's some stuff happening, which is good.
Yes, it is good. I'm glad you're finally getting something done.
I feel like I haven't gotten anything done at all. So many projects have been they've taken a back seat to some other things that have happened, which will be covered in tomorrow's video, just briefly, because there's more to come on that. But there's been a lot of stuff that hasn't been happening. Although today I did paint a body which I'm pretty happy about. Oh, wow. Look at that.
A lot of body.
That's a lot of Cherokee right there.
Yeah. It just keeps going. That's
what a color though, huh?
At least it's orange.
This is not technically orange.
That's pretty orange to me.
You can try
and not call it orange. You can try and fancy it up, but that's orange.
What is it here? Hang on. Light blue metallic. No, that's not it. Where is it? This must be it. No, that's not it either. Where did it go? I've left it somewhere. Hang on. Bright gold metallic.
Bright gold.
And that's a Toyota color.
If someone,
4Runner,
if you gave your wife a piece of jewelry and it looked like that, and you told her it was gold, I think
she'd be upset.
Yes.
But baby, it's gold, I promise.
Right.
It's about as it's actually in real life, because this camera is a little more chroma than usual. It's much more brown. It's a lot more. It actually reminds me a lot of my 1978 Chevy Malibu 4-door cop car that I had.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a V8 motor, and it was actually in mint condition when I had it. I know I'm not that old.
Blake here is saying needs wood on the side.
Yeah.
Some veneer. Perfect.
I don't know. I considered it, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do I'm going to modernize it ever so slightly.
Tony CCXRC had commented in here. What's with the 35 turn in the bomber?
I know. What is with that?
Well, and it was one of those. I don't remember where we were discussing it. I think private messaging on Instagram or something like that. But we were just discussing the bomber, which costs $449, right?
Which is not cheap.
It is not cheap. But then if you kind of compare it to the Axial SMT10, which is $299 now, right?
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
It kind of like the cage is bigger on this, which takes a significant molding difference. It's just because of how compact, but with the width and all that. But at the same time, it's like there's still a lot to that SMT cage. That SMT10 cage is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I get why it's like, why is there such a huge price disparity? And it's like my best guess was that they were trying to move units of the SMT10, which they put all of that money into in the tooling side,
and the licensing
to try and turn it and recoup it, maybe. Because other than that, like it is a good point. Like that's a pretty big price difference when I think the Yeti used to be around that price range. I could be wrong.
It did.
It was,
yeah, it did.
Right? And
yep.
There was a lot to that vehicle as well, and it came brushless.
It did. There was good value in those cars when they came with the brushless systems.
Right. So, the bomber does have a premium to it, and maybe it's just because they know it'll support it.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
don't know.
If somebody like I have my bomber still, the kit version. Yeah, it's the kit version. It doesn't have any wheels or tires on it right now, but I know.
Well, I know partially that, but partially because I think they came out with a pretty good nickname for your Cherokee, Mr. Hanky. I'm kind of,
that'll work.
I kind of.
It's not that brown.
It's still a Cherokee.
That's true. Actually, I'd like to call it a double XL dumpster fire. Probably closer to the truth. Speaking of, Richard's going to look at a very clean XJ tonight.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Is it on the way to something more interesting? He's going to drive by it?
He actually, the other day, he looked at one of those military square bodies.
Military square body what?
Like a Chevy pickup.
Okay.
They did. Yeah, they like it was like military issue, and it was like camo.
Oh yeah, what are they?
The
That's not
factory.
that.
It's like an M1006.
I thought there was like what's like the MUCVs or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Somebody
I don't remember.
will obviously correct us, but yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. But anyway, he's going to look at an XJ tonight. Very clean. Very clean. Original owner.
Okay, Alex has got a Can you explain what each electronic does and what the point of upgrading it is? I understand making it faster, but what are the other reasons to upgrade the other things? Sorry, I'm a noob. It's a pretty good question, though, still.
Yeah, no apologies necessary.
So, if you are new, a servo obviously is the electronic component that is going to be handling your steering. There is a lot of reasons to upgrade a servo. For one, the strength of the actual gear train, because if you try and put, or even if you put a bomber as a servo killer, I don't know how much you ran your bomber, but
many times. But I've got a good servo in it.
A bomber will absolutely kill servos if you don't have a good one there. So having a servo that is extremely strong is important in a bomber if you're going to drive it fast. So strong gears, steel gears usually is what I would look for, not titanium, because normally titanium gears are just a titanium coated aluminum gear. Very rare. I don't know that I've really seen many actual titanium gear servos. I don't know that any actually exist. Steel gears, I usually like to find something in that 500 to 600 ounce inch rating for a bomber to try and keep things under control from a reputable brand, and hopefully you can get decent voltage out of it to keep things running well. So that's your servo. Your motor, generally, you're looking at trying to keep, one is speed, power, torque, all of those things. But there's all kinds of different motors, and that could be like a full thing on its own. And we'd have to call John Holmes back, and he could get insanely in depth about the total differences between everything. But there's brushed and brushless. There's subsets within each. 4-pole brushless is what I usually prefer in all of our type of vehicles here. They have a lot better torque, and I think that the control and just how they are works best in here. So 4-pole brushless motors, 3000 kV, that's my kind of sweet spot area. Brush motors, hand wound, machine wound, there's differences between how much copper is in them. Again, that's a whole thing. And then the ESC inside, the quality of the features and how things are built and the programming, how fast they can switch back. Switching in an ESC can be how smooth or how quiet. All the different, it can have a effect on drag brake and the initial slow speed control. Again, it's having a nice
good ESCs are where you spend where I spend a lot of my money.
Yeah, ESCs to be able to have the programming control is one thing. Just to have one that is going to be able to handle a big brush motor or high voltage, things like that. That's where you get a lot of your value out of it. And then your radio, you end up with an RTR radio, which is pretty basic, like this one here. This is the stock one out of the bomber. This is one of Spectrum's nicer ready-to-run radios. Have you seen this one yet?
Yeah, that's the DX3, right?
Which one is this? Yes, just the DX3, but it's the one with the smart technology in it.
Yeah.
So, and it's got the thumb steer now. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is one of their RTR Spectrums before they were a little narrow in the handle and they just weren't that comfortable. I think this is their
best one to date.
This is probably one of the nicer ready-to-run radios.
Yeah.
I never really hated the feel of the Tactic radios, but this one is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not a Spectrum person, but still.
Yeah, if it came with a Tactic radio, I was pretty much throwing it away right away, or donating it to my hobby shop.
Aren't you so? thoughtful.
Well, you know, there's got to be a kid out there that needs a horrible radio. Oh, what a crappy radio.
Right. So, but upgrading to a nice radio, something like this will give you the ability to like fine tune endpoints and add extra channels for extra options and different, speeds and every little thing.
All the things that you really actually need to adjust eventually. Like when you're first starting out, an RTR radio is more than capable.
Trying to understand it all at once is not necessarily needed. But
grow into a good radio.
Yeah.
That's what I
once you're thinking about upgrading something, then try and dive in and learn about it.
Yes, exactly. Question over on my side. Two things. Doc Doug said that he needs my T-shirt.
Didn't you try to sell that T-shirt?
I do sell that T-shirt still.
I thought you got...
There's an interesting story behind it.
Okay.
Well, maybe not interesting for everybody, but on the Teespring store, I have these shirts. It's the reverse. So it's a black T-shirt still, but everything that's black inside the logo is white. It's just a reverse. This was a test shirt that I was playing with. And I also did stickers, like bumper stickers, about, regular bumper sticker size, like full bumper sticker. The thing was, the way I described the bumper stickers, I called them Chevro Ford bumper stickers. And I think I just put a dash between Chevro and Ford. But on the T-shirt, I think I call it something entirely differently. What do I call it here? I call it, oh man, I've sold a lot of tactical hip bags lately. I call it Built Heartbeat Tough, combining the two slogans. And for whatever reason, Teespring picked up on the Chevro Ford, and we're like, nope, you're breaking copyright somehow, even though neither of these things is technically a copyright. They pulled the sticker, but you can still buy the T-shirt because the description is different. So
right, yeah,
there you go. You can still buy the shirts on the Teespring store. And then the second thing was, where'd it go here? Matt Jacobson was asking how our scale Nat builds are going.
That's
mine are still done. Mine are ready to go.
I don't even own mine anymore.
Oh, no. I mean, you have till November.
I know. So we'll start in September again.
Which ones did you sell? You'll start again in early October.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see. I definitely still own the Class 2.
Is Class 1 gone?
It's not gone. It's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it.
But I don't know if it's long. I don't know if it's long for here.
Come on.
It's something about owning a Toyota hard body that just,
You're a horrible person.
Right.
Just hold to a truck for like more than 10 minutes.
I already drove it once for almost 3 minutes.
You realized how horrible it was in the performance category. So
No, I don't know. We'll see. I'm wondering if I should get. I don't know. I haven't decided.
What was Class 2? Class 2 was that
Class 2 is my Fiat 410, the Jeep with the MST JP1 body on it.
That's sold.
No, I still own the Jeep.
Oh.
But Class 3 is long gone.
Okay.
That's already been recompleted by somebody.
How mad would you be if I said the same thing? Oh yeah, I got rid of my Class 3 too.
Yeah. I think if you would have sold the Ripper, I would have seen it by now.
That's true.
That gets put. The new owners of Rippers get pushed around the Vanquish Ripper owner group private page pretty quickly. Like, did you see that better kick the other person out? Can't be in here unless you own it.
Doesn't have one anymore. Oh, that thing's not going anywhere.
This radio is not. This is a 4 p.m. Or sorry, no, this is a 4PV, which is like a $200 radio or something like that. Or used to be 220, 230. But someone was talking about, I'm not carrying a $200 radio on the trail, you know.
What?
Like, I carried this one so I don't risk breaking a nice radio. Like,
right, like the 7.
Like,
do you have a 7X?
Yeah, you know, they'd really drop a $700 radio. Then it's like, oh man. But there's no way that I can, if I'm driving a nice, like almost any example of vehicle that I have, like there's no way that I want to control it with something much less than a radio like this. Like this would be my minimum entry for, like, I'll deal with an RTR radio for moments. But if you have more than...
It's not that we're snobs. We're not being snobby about radios. It's that the feature set in a good quality, more expensive radio just offers so much more potential.
It just, you spend a bunch of money on an RC car. Like, you're going to be able to get so much more out of it when you have like proper control of it.
That's right.
And, you know, you get a radio like this and you get a $30 receiver and then you put it in, you know, all the cars and you just control them all from one radio and you've got everything preset and everything is perfect and you can fine tune adjustments. It's like, once you have a couple of cars or, you know, a few cars, like treating yourself to a proper radio is
it's such a great feeling.
It's such the thing to do. Like just the information you get back or you can dial in on a good radio it's everything.
Tyler's RC Adventures was asking if I think the Element RC Trail Runner is worth it. We know Josh doesn't think so.
I'm not saying it's not worth it, but
no, you just don't like the things that it is.
It's just IFS in the art area. It's like, I get it on that car though, because it does look like it's a 4Runner.
Careful.
It's a 4Runner.
Careful. It's 4Runner adjacent.
Right.
It's a 3Runner.
It's the Grand Theft Auto version of a 4Runner. Like,
yeah, it should be called like the. They always have good names for the cars in GTA.
Yeah, exactly.
It
would be called a Trail Runner in GTA too.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
It's exactly what it would be called.
Yeah, from the front, like if you were like, you know, you had 30% of your sight. And you had your eyes closed. Yes, totally. It looks like a 4Runner.
Right.
There's just something about the proportions of it that I can't get past. I've changed some stuff. Like I put this Night Customs TRD skid on there. People are always complaining that there's not a lot of clearance with IFS, and right. I only wanted to make it worse.
Yeah. And that's, you know, that's the other thing that, you know, people talk about with like, well, no, it's got more clearance than IFS. Or than a solid axle, and it's like, well,
no, it doesn't,
and
not technically.
Well, it only does it like when it's fully extended out. But as soon as you compress one side, or God forbid both sides, you have zero clearance, and it turns into
you lose it all. Yeah.
So,
it's not for performance, right?
Of course not, because that's why we build these things.
Not always about performance.
I don't understand.
Quiet. Anyway, I think it's good value, especially if you're going to take that body off and sell it to somebody who might want it.
Right.
Then you've got a great IFS platform on which to put a really cool hard body, like say any generation of 4Runner after the first gen, or current generation Tacoma, or a different hardbody 4Runner. There's lots of options to make some pretty cool scale accurate builds. And that's sort of why that's cool.
Right.
The price is right. It's RTR. The Element chassis and transmission and all the stuff that it has is pretty great. Right. For the money.
I guess
it is the most expensive one.
What surprised me the most is the fact that it was the cost that it was.
Yeah, I know. And I think that surprised a lot of people.
It's basically the cost of another model and just buying the IFS kit. You know?
Yeah, give or take. There's a tiny bit of savings. There's a little tiny bit.
You would have expected it to be almost a wash.
Yeah, or like if they made it $30 or $40 more as opposed to what, $60 more?
Yeah, like max.
Yeah.
$20 more maybe. Like,
yeah,
they already have so many cost savings in there that I was surprised.
Right.
Little things.
Yeah, there's no inner fenders.
Even little things like plastic hexes and slipper plates, things like that. Like, it always surprised me a little bit. But right now they're the only ones that are offering that full
That's
option
right.
set.
They're the only ones.
They have a builder's kit, the solid axle kits, a 155 kit. And that one's 155 too. God, they wanted that truck to hate performance. 155 options and an IFS. So
Bob, yes, the Trail Runner front IFS is diff locked.
Right.
It's not an open diff in the front. And Body Skywalker, interesting name, is asking how much your bomber is. That's not a good example to ask that question, because that's barely a stock bomber anymore.
Yeah, it hasn't. I've seen the comment roll in a couple of times. These are Method 105s on here and Hyrax tires.
That's already $400.
So you're right. That it's this already has. It's got stage 1 kit on it. It's got link. I put the VXD axle shafts in here, which are like $130 or $40. I've got. I don't remember what I paid for this carbon fiber servo mount that I put in here. I think it was like $40 or $50. But then it's got like a $150 back half page on it. This whole carbon fiber thing. It's got a whole new transmission skid plate, which I think was like another $120. Got VP trailing arms. I put the new VXD rear shafts in it, which are another $90. I've got.
Just tell them how much the RTR was.
Well, that will be $449 is the RTR.
Right, $449.
This one is probably, I don't know,
$12.99.
Yes, that is definitely all that this.
Well, if Nicole's watching, when you got it, it was 50% off, and it was 6 months ago that you bought it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, totally forgot about that. Spending these bins here.
Yeah. So, all these. I just had all these parts. These are
my build bins. So, like, this is the bomber one on top, which has like all the other parts for it still, like the Tekin servos and there's my RX4 and here's the old motor, the stock motor and transmission.
All comes out in one.
Yeah, just But
Build Crawl Bash wants to know if you're actually ever going to drive that.
Of course, as soon as it's done.
Yeah, for one video.
No, bomber. I'll probably keep this one, especially with how I'm building it.
I like my bomber. I almost feel like I should get a new one and just replace all the parts that are broken.
Yeah, there you go. You had a pretty fun wrap on your last one.
No, not a wrap. I paint all my bombers.
Oh yeah, whatever. Same thing.
For you, it's a wrap. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna paint a wrap for you. I'm gonna get vinyl that you can draw on with like some sort of permanent marker, like Sharpie or whatnot, and I'm gonna paint you a wrap.
That'd be let's go to a restaurant and put it on the tablecloth in front of me. Cut it out after the meal.
Yeah, perfect. So there you go, Body Skywalker. $479 for the RTR and about $7,000. $449. Sorry, $449 for the RTR and $4,000 for what is sitting there on the couch.
It is like this was I'd said right in there. It's going to make this my ultimate bomber. So
yeah, exactly.
Sean was saying, here, give your stock parts to Matt to fix his.
There you go. Yeah, just send me all that junk. I use everything stock. That's not true. My bomber is built because I ran ultras with that thing.
Yeah.
And, I will say that since this whole thing started 3 months ago, I've lost 18 pounds.
What?
So I'm back to pre me starting my job weight. So I'm like 20 years ago weight now. So I think I'm going to take up running again and start training.
I'm about as light as I've been in the last 10 or 12 years.
And that's eating a bag of chips a day.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
Moose Jaw said he found my 18 pounds. Moose Jaw, you can keep it. That's your gift from me.
Nicole's in here watching. She's asking how many robot litter boxes for that.
Is that your new purchase?
She insists that she wants such a thing. She says she's only in here since it's our wedding anniversary.
You've yeah. We'll keep this one short for you, Nicole.
Correct. Yes, Forged in Fire's on tonight,
Oh man, what are they making tonight?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
I hope it's some sort of knife.
Bet it's sharp. So
it will kill.
It will kill.
I like how he's always holding it and the weight's
feels really. Yes, that's
best show on TV.
Best, yeah, absolutely. Only the best. That's what we watch here. No garbage TV for us.
Oh no, you don't want to know what I watch. What I watch a lot of.
Blake donated $20. Says bomber fun to get Josh out of the doghouse. Sweet. I'll buy Nicole a wedding anniversary present finally.
Some new carbon fiber.
Ooh, she would love carbon fiber. I think.
Carbon fiber diff cover.
Didn't you trade Wraith axles for the bomber? Everybody sent $20 getting Nicole that robot litter box.
Guys, I could also. No, I'm just joking. I don't.
No.
I am the robot litter cleaner. I am the robot litter box in this house.
Oh yeah. No, that I'm not.
So
I've loaded the dishwashers twice in like 2 weeks.
Good for you, right? Josh. Wow.
So I said, set
what
the bar
a
low.
Husband. How many? So you've got one cat right now?
We have two.
You have two. Okay, same as me. So how many litter boxes do you have?
We have two.
That's not enough.
For two cats?
You're supposed to have one more than you have cats.
Wow, that's an interesting rule.
Now, 3DRC said dogs don't need litter boxes, and you're right. I have a dog, but I am also the robot dog poop cleaner upper in my house. So whether it's in a box or you pick it up with your hand,
Whoa.
somebody's doing it.
I've always lived where you didn't have to do that.
You choose your geographic living location based on whether or not you have to pick up dog poop.
Like if I don't live on an acreage, I'm not owning a dog. That's the rule. So, that's a tough one.
All right. No, so we've talked about builds that we would buy off the internet.
Yep. New, used, or otherwise.
New, used, or slightly loved.
Right.
What's next on the list? Should we talk about Mayhem, or do you want to talk about builds we're doing? Because I could quickly say Matt Romero was asking about the RC Sparks donation build.
Yeah, you should discuss that situation. Let's go through the current build list. And
there's too many. If you watch What's on the Bench tomorrow,
that's true.
Some of those builds will be covered. including the RC Sparks donation build, which is, I don't think we're going to call it the RC Sparks donation build. He did put forth a lot of money and definitely got me started, but I think we're going to try to put as many vendors as possible into this build. So, if you guys know anybody at Vanquish that wants to donate some parts, let me know. I think they make a whole bunch for the Traxxas TRX4 Sport, don't they?
There's a number of things we could figure out there.
We'll find something out. But yeah, there's going to definitely be a build series on that truck, multiple episodes, because I've got to build it still. But yeah, that is definitely happening in part of.
Did it finally become available?
Yeah, I have it now.
Oh, finally!
I have.
That was the big thing.
Well,
the big thing was it wasn't you procrastinating.
No, I'm not. I ordered that thing right away as soon as I had the money in hand. But I am Canadian, and things are slow, eh?
Yeah.
So it finally arrived. The thing about Traxxas is, if you order through a hobby shop, because I wanted to buy through my local hobby shop to kind of put some money in their hands, because times are a bit dicey, of course, which they're doing fine, by the way, now, which is really great to hear. But I wanted to buy through them. They had to order it through Traxxas. And if I had even wanted to buy it, I would have to order it through Traxxas Direct. I can't buy it through A-Main or RPP because they won't ship Traxxas stuff across the border. It's some weird situation.
Yeah, they have an agreement to not do that.
Yeah, because I guess either their pricing is slightly better or they don't rely so heavily on the exchange rate, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, maybe it's just to support Canadian dealers. That's probably more.
Probably along the line. Right.
Yeah. So anyway, it took 6 weeks from point of order to getting it. So I have it now, that's a long time to wait. It's a long time to be patient for an RC car.
Yeah, absolutely. But
anyway, it's here. I just need to build it and start the series. So we're going to do that and get some other vendors on board and make it a really good build to give away.
Yes, I think that will be a winner.
Yeah, definitely. I've got some good ideas for paint. I put out some ideas. I asked for people to submit their ideas on Instagram today, and I got a lot of feedback. So some of those are right along the lines of what I was thinking too, which is super. I love it when I can do something that's something I want to do, but something other people also would like.
Are you going with the stock sport body?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the sport body because it kind of plays into the theme that I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll see. I've got some other body choices here which would be interesting and could still work with the theme.
Right. Yes. We did a lot with that sport body.
Yes. Yeah, I did. The thing is, I've got a light kit for that body, so I don't.
Okay.
Kind of want to use that in this build because that's a good light kit.
The Traxxas light kits are very nice, very expensive, but
oh
very
my
nice.
God!
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to buy one. I'd much rather get one in a giveaway build.
Right. Yeah, that's very expensive, but
yeah.
So the Rich is joining us. What's going on, Rich? Good to see you again. So
which Rich? Oh, Trujillo?
Yes.
Trujillo.
And BT says gave me $25 for anything but a litter robot. Done. I've got the perfect thing in mind.
Yeah, I got so many things I could buy that aren't a litter robot. Yes.
Yeah.
$25.
Check.
Thanks, BT. I appreciate it. Cha-ching. I will not be buying a litter robot.
So, yeah, but yeah, well, good. You have your what's on the bench. I've been, Bomber video will finally be back tomorrow. Is my plan. I filmed most of it last night. I just had to film a little bit of talking today, and then edit it. So We'll see if I can sneak
Well, you
that
should
in.
have no trouble with the talking part.
We'll see if we can sneak that in between Forged and Fire.
Happy anniversary, baby. I got to go back into the workshop.
Well, you see, I edit in the living room so that we spend time together. My editing computer's in there.
Wait a second. So you don't, like, you're not on a laptop, you're sitting at a desk?
No, I got like a big desk and you see, my desk is awesome. I got a big crown that I welded on the side, and it's all.
I've seen that thing. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I have a big RGB box next to me that just shines rainbows in my face.
I was reading on the PC Master Race subreddit that it was like a meme, and it's like, I got a PC and now it's 40 degrees warmer in the room.
Yeah. This room gets a little warm. I mean, I've got these two big LEDs here in my face. I got a PC going down there. Like, start the 3D printer and leave it going overnight.
Oh man, yeah. Heats up my whole basement.
Yeah. It's
with the soothing sounds of a 3D printer.
Oh, she hates the 3D printers.
My wife is also not a fan, and so much so, in fact, that even when I start prints at night, she's like, now I just dream of 3D printing noise.
Right.
Because she can still hear all the way upstairs, like 3 floors away.
Oh.
If
you don't count the wall, my 3D printer is 22 inches away from our headboard. I just
I don't know why she's with you, man, because it's not the money, and it certainly isn't the lack of noise.
You know, I think it might just be the celebrity thing. Just trying.
Right.
So, yeah.
Sure, that's what it is.
Tony said super wide monitor. Yeah, I've got my 38-inch LG ultra wide. It's just
yes,
all the screen.
That's not 4K though, right?
It is not 4K.
Mm.
It's
2K. I just upgraded to all the pixels.
Yeah, I brought in my stacked dual monitor setup now. I'm pretty happy with that.
Cool. Nice. Tom DeWitt just did a great impression of a 3D printer. Wah, 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 do we, ooh. That's pretty spot on. That's exactly like have you been in my house?
Yeah, exactly. Do you print trash cans also? I've been doing a lot of these 3D printed stamp molds lately, and those,
which are very cool.
And like the one for the bed that I did in the Woods Runner was 2 giant pieces, so they were like 11 hours each. So just constant noise.
11 hours. Yeah, it's like my JL, my new JL print. This is also on What's on the Bench, so spoiler alert. But I printed my original one, which was not meant for being 3D printed. It was like a 3D model that you would use in like a video game or like a render or something.
Right.
But I kind of modified it enough to print, and it was fine, not great. So then I did this one, which is much more good for printing because it doesn't have the solid foundation like the other one does. It takes a lot less time to print.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really paying attention to the scale at which this was designed. It's a perfect wheelbase for a 12.3 inch wheelbase, which is great.
Okay.
For most people, but it's actually 1.9 or 9.6 scale, so it's closer to 10th scale. Most of my stuff is 9th scale.
Okay.
So this up against like a Toyota Hilux is comically small.
Oh.
Here, I'll bring out the Marlin because everybody knows what a Marlin looks like. I don't know how I'm going to hold all these things here, but Marlin, JL. And this should be
Yeah.
This should be way bigger.
That is, yeah.
Not smaller.
Considerably smaller, narrower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I see that.
I blew it. I spent like 5 days total printing that body. Now I got to do it again. Scaled it up, but I got to do it again.
Moose Jaw, I don't care about assigning blame. All I care about is Megadesk. Yes. Yeah, that's steering horn preferred for VS410, 20 millimeter. Gotta have a 20 millimeter. Vanquish 20 millimeter, best servo horn you can do.
Because if you go any longer, it actually scrubs the
chassis. Yeah.
Yeah, the chassis
or the chassis dives back down. So you want the 20 millimeter.
Yeah.
That. So Ken Major was saying here, you need to get the silent drivers for your printer, and I have actually.
Reggie said the same thing here.
I need to try that. So I've just never looked into it. It personally doesn't annoy my ears.
No, I'm not that annoyed by it either. I can actually work in the same room and do stuff.
It doesn't bother me at all. It's just the sound of my little robot just doing my handiwork. But
yeah, I very much like the sound of it. Actually, it's quite soothing to me.
It doesn't bother. But so anyway, either way, the silent drivers. I need to look up which ones people are using and try those out. I've swapped.
Yeah, Reggie Reginato said the TMC controller.
TMC. I think there's numerous ones of those, but I'll find out which one.
Yeah. He did ask how the build quality is on the Marlin. Once you replace everything, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
No, I mean, stock RTR Marlin is a good leaf sprung truck. It's the best TF2 RTR that they offer. So I don't think they offer a TF2 kit.
Yeah, they offer a TF2 kit.
They do?
I was shopping on A-Main today for $500, and then
you were like, oh, you know what I'll do is really surprise everyone and buy a leaf truck. Anyway, the Marlin is the best RTR one for sure. It does need a whole whack of stuff, and I've covered it in a couple of videos. So BT, if you are interested, look them up because there's some good tips in there for making leaf spring trucks good.
Trailfinder 2, $399
for the kit.
For a kit.
Where have I been?
Yeah, I mean, the pre-assembled ones didn't come out till way after.
What?
Yeah.
How it went? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Holy crap! I feel so dumb.
Agreed.
I should stop saying stuff like that. Disagreed.
Right.
I will say that the short wheelbase TF2 is hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Don't buy that one.
Dale C gave me $2 saying looking forward towards all the SCX24 Fusion parts. And yeah, that was part of the big part of the reason why I got it was because the SCX24 seems like the perfect platform to start designing things around. And I feel like I'll be able to take and do a bunch of things for that. So,
well, it's just such a great little platform that parts aren't going to be expensive either. Like if you were to shapeways them.
Oh, right.
But yeah, you don't have to shapeways them by any means. But yeah, there's just it's such a great tinkerer's platform because it's small.
Yeah. That's where I feel like the larger stuff is nicer to tinker. Just because I feel like when it's so small, you're trying to do things that are so,
fidgety.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like I'm going to need those like jeweler's thing, glass that flip down, the LEDs from the sides. Well, you're old, so I assumed you had them.
Where did they go? They were here.
Get your readers on, see if you can find them.
Where did I put them? I cleaned the workshop to make room for my new project, and of course now I can't find anything. Huh. That's really weird. Oh well. Keep talking and I'll keep looking.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
sort of like there was a key component to me doing stuff in here. I can't believe I lost them.
Your magnifying glasses are a key component?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there they are. Found them. One moment.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to need those just for.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get them on over my headphones here. Hang on. Or my hat, for that matter. Ah.
You're gonna look like Bubbles.
There they are.
Oh my god. You look like an FPV guy now, though. Like all the pictures of the FPV guys, they always have their goggles on top there.
There's no way to look cool with these on, by the way.
You've got 6 LED setup on there.
Yeah, these are bright. Hold on, where's the thingy? I feel it, but I can't.
Oh wow.
Yep.
This is a very special. It's very special.
These are very they're heavy on the magnifying too. Oh. Turn off the light first. I think they're like, can you guys still hear me? I don't know. I can't. Okay. I think it's like a 20 times.
Oh, wow.
They're very extreme.
That's right up in
It's
there.
when I was doing some 35th scale stuff. So, wanted to.
35th. What is 30? What's a Matchbox car? 64th?
Matchbox is 64. Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was doing some cool small stuff at one point, and those came in very handy. With painting those men, the guys that came in or the one guy that came in the SR5 that you did the build on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I painted those with those things.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, well, who's that? Who was the guy who made those?
The heads?
Yeah.
His name's James French.
Right.
He's not making them anymore.
Right, I remember you saying
There's a couple other guys that are doing it, but yeah. It's he worked at Weta Digital where they did all of the Lord of the Rings movies. And he was a huge guy, Beetle lover on the Tamiya forums.
Oh, there you go. Let's see. Freddie was asking me where you get the carbon fiber servo mount on here. This is another high altitude performance piece. I picked up a front servo mount, and I decided to change to a forward motor mount on my Woods Runner, which has been.
Did they call themselves high altitude because you have to?
Because you froze at the perfect time.
Oh, looks like I just lost the stream again.
Yep, you froze at the perfect time.
Darn it!
You said, "Do they call themselves high altitude?" And then that was it. But they're called high altitude performance because they are in Denver, which if you're not familiar with, it's the Mile High City. It's
Mile High City. Yeah, thanks.
So, but yeah, I converted the old Woods Runner to a forward motor setup. See, you're in there.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and then I had to
forward.
And then I had to. You can see this little. I can't see if you can see it or not.
I can see it.
There's a little tab right here that I TIG welded onto my lower link to turn this into a radius arm style build, because there was zero room to get the upper link in past the motor and the chassis here.
Cool.
And I couldn't put it on the other side like you normally would, because this is an offset pumpkin D44 axle.
Mm-hmm. Fancy.
So, since I have a welder and I'm not afraid to use it, glued some stuff together.
You hot glued it. It's hot glue.
It was very hot. Very hot. So.
Here's on the controllers for your printer, the Trinamic TMC 2208s.
Okay, yeah, I think I saw somebody here say TMC 22. Oh, this person said TMC 2209s. So.
Oh well, maybe those are one better.
They are. I mean, clearly. So I have bookmarked or opened them in a new tab. Does anybody actually bookmark things anymore, or do they just leave 900
I just
tabs
opened
open?
a tab.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. How many tabs do you have open right now?
Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this window. And then I've got this window open that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I've got the other one that only has 1.
Okay, I have 23 in one window.
Okay. So.
And I wonder why Chrome is so slow.
Right. Like, I need more RAM.
I need more RAM. I need 64 gigs of RAM.
Right. Or I could close 9 Chrome windows, but
nah, I need to go back to that one because I need to know exactly what's happening.
Nobody
with my PayPal account.
You should see Nicole's set.
She's never closed a tab, ever.
It's like a notepad to her. She's like, well, need a new piece of paper. Like, I don't care. I'm never going to go back to this other one, but I'm not going to write just new piece. And that's just how things work for her.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
I bought you more RAM.
Yeah. I just go in there and start closing them.
Oh, CCXRC thought he'd come over here and stir things up in the SBG chat for a while. Different perspective with me having the beauty cam and Josh getting the webcam.
Right.
Right, which is probably exactly the opposite on your end.
Oh, right.
I get webcam on my end and you get webcam on your end.
Someone tell me the name of good drill bits for hard steel. Ooh, hard steel is these frame rails.
That's a tough one.
So I don't know what frame rails you're drilling.
One.
Oh,
Dad.
So I've never had a problem drilling frame rails.
No, neither have I.
From anybody.
Maybe you need new drill bits.
Yeah, maybe you just need some decent drill bits in general. Honestly, the ones that I use 2 different setups.
Here we go. Just for sake of simplicity, I have one. This is my drill bit set. That's it.
Tools on the red. So I like this Makita set just because it's a 1/4-inch drive set. So it can work in my Impact, or if I'm going to do Lexan, I can do it in my little DeWalt even.
Wait a second. Don't use a drill bit for Lexan ever again.
You know what? It puts a hole in it.
Just get one of these.
I've got one of those, but sometimes you want to
just use this.
But sometimes you want to do it faster. Happy anniversary.
This is way more accurate.
So, those are fine. I got one of those too, but
tool time.
Yes. Now, if you really have some Lexan to drill out, though, that is when you break open the second case. And that's when you don't necessarily know the size of the hole you need yet. And in that case, you've got the step bits all the way up to 1 3/8.
Where's mine?
So you don't really know what size you want to be until the end.
Definitely one of these.
So I like the fine version. You can ease into it.
Yeah. And then just smash through with one of these.
Yeah, and then you just go all the way 1 3/8. You drilled that body hole placement just a little bit off. Just get the next size up.
Fixes it right up.
Those body posts will fit no problem.
You can get both of them in one hole.
That's what she said.
Oh. Well, we just got demonetized.
My bad.
That was easy.
I mean, that was neat. That was juvenile. I'll apologize.
No need. They know what we're here for.
So
Musha goes foul.
Foul.
Classic Josh.
Oh, wow. I'm way behind on comments. I'm going to the bottom. We will catch up. Let's see. Speed bits for the win. Yes, that's what I've always called step bits as well. Speed bit.
Speed bit. To put speed holes in your car.
Right. Or it's just because they're faster.
Yeah.
Done. It's
Josh, too many that's what she said moments.
I know. They were teed up and just swinging away.
No sports on TV. There might as well be sports here.
Man, you got all kinds of fancy shit.
Yeah, that's what we call them. Fancy shit. I've got something fancy. Let me switch over here. I'm changing my bombers or my Capra skid. I've got a spare time hobbies skid here.
Oh yeah.
With it's 3D printed, but it looks like it's printed with some fancy material. Quite solid.
Yeah.
And then there's metal side plates to keep everything in position there. So we'll be installing that, putting a traditional 3-gear with a will I be able to fit a Hertz dig in there, or do I have to get the UC Fab relocation?
I believe you will need the UC Fab servo mount, which
okay.
I don't know what I did with mine, but yeah, because I've got the UC Fab skid plate with the carbon.
They were
fiber.
sold out when I went to buy
These
one
are
of
actually going to be available tonight.
Well, I'll go with the spare time hobbies because you know me, I'm not art on my stuff anyway.
Right. Yeah, this is the difference would be machine Delrin skid plate and carbon fiber, where yours has actually got aluminum or stainless or something, I assume. But,
yep.
So yeah, little differences, but either way, I'm going the same route. Standard 3-gear transmission and the UC Fab dig servo mount, which I also used in this one, the Woods Runner.
Yes, because it needed it required the flip or the rotation of it, right?
Yeah, it was just so that I could keep a, interior nice and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that though. The Capra, in my opinion, will get infinitely better once the gearing is fixed, and I honestly prefer the narrower non-portaled axle. I like the portals on it, but I think it just makes it too top heavy and flexy, and I wanted to kind of make it a bit more.
I'm going
less
back
performance.
to I'm going 90 mil shocks, 3-gear transmission.
That's what I did. Yep.
And be in pretty good shape then.
Yeah. Are you keeping the Capra axle?
Yes.
You are. Okay.
Yep. Vanquish Capra axles.
Yep.
And
cool.
Yeah. all that stuff I was showing, and I also have the tiny hammer. The tiny hammer.
Right.
Honestly, my toolbox in here, I've been pretty happy with. I have just about anything I can think I need to do most things in here. Unless it's like heavy cutting or grinding and welding, I can pretty much get it done with what's in this box now.
I do it all in here.
Right.
Everything happens in here.
Yeah,
which is not good. Except painting.
I was gonna say painting.
Yeah.
I also.
No painting.
If I got to change something to orange, it happens out there. It's if it needs a conversion to orange.
You should just get some orange Lexan, but bottle paint, and then you don't even need to go outside.
What is? And then for my brushes.
Yeah.
Why can't you just get it in the can?
What do you mean, like a big can of paint?
Why not?
I don't think that'll stick properly.
You're just gonna burn up a bunch of them little ones instead. See, you're always taking the long way around things.
Yeah, that's what my problem is. Definitely. What do you got there? Grape buble tonight?
No, blackberry.
Oh, blackberry. Yes, that's the best flavor.
It's actually
strawberry
really
and blackberry.
Not strawberry. Blackberry, yes.
Oh, strawberry's good. Strawberry's very good. It's my all-time second favorite.
It tastes too artificial to me. I mean, this one tastes like straight up grape Shasta, but that's fantastic.
Says the man with 100 cans of paint in the background. That is true, Tony. I have a lot of paint.
Yeah.
Most of those cans are empty, though.
That sounds right.
That's not true. No. If it's up there, there's paint in the can, and it's ready to go.
My paint situation here is getting pretty diverse. I'm not going to lie.
Orange, light orange, dark orange, metallic orange.
Listen, no, there's one color of orange. It's all orange. But
to me, it makes 4 different oranges. And I have them all.
PS7.
That's the lamest of the oranges.
No, it's the orange.
It's just so
it's
bland.
Called orange.
I know, but it's not orange enough. You want orange, you got to get 24. Yeah, PS24 is way better.
Is that do they actually call it something like?
No, it's just fluorescent orange.
Brown dirt metallic.
Where's my metallic orange? PS61 is metallic orange.
Yeah, I don't have anything over about a 13. I'm the little box of crayons. You know. I
got white.
I was the 16 count. You were that kid who came and had like the crayon sharpener and then
I sure did.
I just needed like I wanted to have the 16 count, and then I wanted to have another box that was just like 12 black crayons, because the black crayon was the best. Like, you need to draw something, you should sketch it out in black.
That's all you need.
So, you know.
The argument of choice here in the chat is about race car racing.
Race car racing, as opposed to race car.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. NASCAR versus F1 versus rally versus touring versus. Nobody said Indy yet, I don't think, because that one sucks. Yes, I'm creating controversy.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yeah. I know you like the NASCAR, don't you?
I still like NASCAR.
Yeah.
Drag racing, though, is still my favorite thing. I think
it's over so quickly.
If you're good at it.
No, but I mean, like, to watch it, you're like, it's almost, in my opinion, it's like watching a football game. It's like 4 seconds of a play, and then there's 2 minutes of them talking about the next play.
True. Yes, exactly. That might just be because of my attention span. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I do something. Oh, okay.
Right, exactly. Whereas F1, for me anyway, it's on the whole time, and I can just watch it or not watch it. And then they'll say something exciting, and then I can watch it again. Like 60, 70 laps. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's... well, now, yeah, that's the other thing. Ultra 4, my absolute favorite.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's super fun. I like that.
Almost anything with a motor, I was what I was watching yesterday, and then I went down into a rabbit hole of YouTube searching, and then Facebook trying. They were for one, I didn't know that there was. So the Reliant Robin, obviously, we're all familiar. Before the Reliant Robin was the Reliant Regal. Is that right? I think the Regal was pre-1974-ish. Anyway, and then it went to the Robin after that. Anyway, there was Reliant Racing.
Yes.
Which was amazing. And then I went down this rabbit hole of trying to find a Reliant Robin or Regal body. And because I was thinking, well, that would be the perfect body to put onto the RC Tuk Tuk. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And then then I actually found a Reliant Regal model that I could buy for printing off of like 3D model cars on Facebook for €10.
Oh.
And then it kept going.
That's good.
Yeah.
You bought it, obviously, right?
I did not yet. I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna, for one, I don't want to do the body work of a 3D printed body.
It's buy it and email it to me. I will print it for you.
Okay, that I will.
I've already got a present here for you, so why not send 2 things?
All right.
It's a good present. You're gonna like it.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna like it a lot. It's taking time away from real projects.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
I care about you.
Yes. Thank you. Freaking RC was saying, Matt has never seen Leroy banging gears in the 7-second quarter mile.
That's true. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Just your face. You don't understand how cool a bodiless Corvette with turbos hanging up above in your eyesight in a 6-speed car, how cool that can be. It's basically like an exo caged Corvette. Wait, it's your face already, I can tell.
I'm not at it.
There's something about it.
John Schultz asked if they're still racing Indy. He's not sure because no one seems to be watching. And then also called you babyface.
Yes.
Everything CCXRC said, everything comes back to the tuk tuk.
Listen, I've never, anybody who's ever bought a dancing rider has immediately come back to me and said how right I was.
Yeah,
I am not a drifter. Not a big fan of drifting. I like the style. Like the drift guys, I think are kind of like
they make some neat stuff.
The drift guys are like the third coolest guys in RC. Crawlers, number 1.
Who's number 2?
Reluctantly, I'm going to say monster truckers because solid axle. That's the catch. That's why. I didn't want to give it to monster truckers because you don't want to be like those monster truck guy who just hucked their RC and landed on flat. You know, like they said in the Flying Cars movie. Matt's staring. He's frozen again. But whoa. I think we may have lost Matt entirely. Yeah, I think we did. Hold on, he'll call back.
You're frozen.
Now you're back.
Oh, you're back, finally.
I dropped 0 frames.
Okay. It's definitely not me.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You were definitely gone.
Terrible MacBook Pro for the win.
But anyway, yes. So that's the reason why I say that monster truckers are number 2.
Okay. Solid axles, yes.
Because they're solid axle. They appreciate solid axles, and for that I'll give them that. And then I made a reference to flying cars and, you know, being a monster truck jumper. But obviously it was lost on your frozen face.
Darn it, because we talked a lot about that movie, but not enough last week because John clearly looked like he was not amused at all.
There is not.
It's hard when you haven't seen the film.
Have you watched it again since? Honestly.
No, but
I haven't either yet. I'm going to though. Maybe tonight for my anniversary.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it later. I think I'll watch it in bed tonight after this is over.
Right.
Because I want to watch it again and pick it apart a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oddly, I haven't heard from those guys since we did the stream.
Right.
I don't know why.
Honestly, I think
we're very polite about it.
I think we got enough people to watch that, you know. Anyway, the drift guys, third coolest guys in RC, just because of the scale detail they put in. But the reason for that whole roundabout story is because that freaking tuk-tuk is so much fun to drive.
I bet it is. Because the thing about drifting is I like the idea of the skill behind driving like that.
Yes.
It definitely requires a lot more skill than I'm probably capable of.
Oh, most definitely. I've seen you drive.
Yeah, shut up. No, I'm okay at driving.
Yeah. Totally.
Certainly better at control than you are. You know what throttle is and how to use it. Anyway, the thing that I don't like about it is, I don't know, I'm just not the culture I think, is what I'm not familiar with enough of, right? Like I don't know the culture of drifting as much as I know the culture of off-road 4x4s and crawlers.
And I like I like what those guys do to the drifters and like their detail. But what I don't like is that all of their realism goes only into the Lexan body thing.
Right.
Which is immediately where my skills and interest just plummets. So, so that's the
look at what you could, like, Super Scale RC did, where he printed out a 3D body.
I lost your audio somehow.
And
oh, there you are.
Your audio.
You're all over the place now. But yeah, and the good comment here is that most monster trucks aren't even solid axle anymore. And I definitely, I know that as well. But I think that
in real life.
Well, in RC, most monster trucks aren't solid axle. Are not solid axle.
Oh, are we talking about like a Traxxas monster truck?
Right, Armas and Traxxas. I'm not.
Those aren't monster.
Those aren't monster. Those are bashers.
Those are bashers.
I'm just
get it.
Yeah. That's what monster truck guys to me are. Solid axle people, because it's a real. It's like the real one.
Right.
So.
Yeah. John Schultz was asking if we're professionals or not. And I think it's in regards to the audio dropouts and freezing, and
I think
it's not us.
That's just you. I have 0 frames dropped.
I have 0.1% dropped. Yeah, well, we're gonna fix that.
Yes. So the any consolation? Let's see. Wife and I are waiting to go out for our anniversary. Oh.
That's Moose Jaw, right?
Yes.
He retracted that message here. I think his wife is probably watching.
I think that he probably put it on the wrong one. He was probably trying to put it on.
I don't know where to type this in. Who cares more?
Right. They are getting into the scale chassis stuff with 3D printing. Be in a bit. 710 said. So in that point, I actually have a Eagle rear wheel drive carbon fiber drift setup that's got like the inline motor setup in the front, so the actual motor sits between the front suspension area, and it's got a little belt driven setup to get the transfer shaft over the top, and then so it's all kind of cool.
Sure.
But so that's, a little bit of like a realism style with that drivetrain, but only barely.
I think the other thing about on-road cars for me, whether it be a drift car or not, if it's just on-road, I kind of get bored of doing like loop-de-loops and like figure 8s and stuff. The great thing about a trail is that you just go where the trail leads you.
Yeah, exactly. That is always mine as well. It's like, for me, it is fun to take the little trike and then just go kind of drift around inside the warehouse while sitting around for a minute. But I agree that for me, that's a $100 RC,
Yeah.
Like
that's nothing.
That's worth it all day long for the amount of fun that you can have with that.
Yeah, for sure. That's why dancing riders are great too, because they're not fast. They don't require a lot of space.
Right.
And they're meant to be raced against other dancing riders.
Exactly. And
that's what makes it fun.
So I think that those are great for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we'll see.
All right. Now that we've talked about builds and talked about how to spend other people's money, we should probably talk about the other thing that we were going to talk about tonight.
Mayhem.
Right.
That's the one that we need to get moving on here, I believe, soon.
Yes, because believe it or not, it's almost June.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure where all the time went.
Oh. Yeah, me either. So,
like, honestly, it's like, holy cow. I would have had a lot more done by now if I had been working.
Yeah, however that works out.
Which is weird. I don't know how that works, but it does.
Yeah. So, I still think we had some ideas for doing another fastest competition,
Yes,
which is
we did.
one of the top.
I think that's still a ball in your court situation.
I think that's one of my most desirable ones.
Yes, I want to have an opportunity to try to do that again.
Right.
Especially with the platforms that we're considering.
Right. So, I think that if our first shot doesn't work out.
Have you got a backup?
We do have one backup there. Or we could open it up quite a bit as an option.
Oh, okay. And if I recall correctly, I think I know what the backup is.
Right.
It starts with... No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going to ruin it here.
So, max speed vans sounds pretty freaking fun right now.
You have to lower that van a lot.
Yeah.
And put a giant nose on the front.
Oh, it's done already.
No, more nose, like Windstar. Why?
Oh, Aerostar, wasn't it? Was it called
Aerostar? Well, the Windstar came later. I'm not sure if that was like a Canadian specific model or not, but Aerostar was the first one. But don't forget about the Pontiac Transport. Was that what it was?
That doesn't sound familiar.
It looked like a space shuttle.
The Windstar doesn't look like even much of a nose to it.
And
wasn't it the Aerostar van? Yeah, Aerostar. That's the...
Yeah, it was. Look up the Pontiac Transport.
So, no. Well, yeah, I do remember that. That one had serious...
What a look. What a look.
Yeah, that's quite the...
Yeah. They need to make one of those so we can do a fastest van. Actually, that would be a kick-ass drag car, like a no-prep drag car body.
So one of the companies made like a Honda van.
Yeah. Did they?
Yeah.
Who?
God, I don't remember who it was now. But let me see. Let's see. Honda.
Musha goes, more tabs open. Recount.
Yeah, let's...
I'll go back. I'll go days
Odyssey.
without looking at all of them.
Odyssey.
The Odyssey, yeah. There's a bunch of static models of the Odyssey because that one was quite heavily tuner culture in JDM market.
Oh, yeah.
People like their Honda Odysseys.
Yeah, that was... I can't remember who made it, though, but...
ABC Hobby.
That sounds about right.
Dave Zilla works at one of the local hobby shops, and he did a very nice paint job on his no prep car. But ABC Hobby did the Honda Odyssey.
Yeah, there was a number of the Honda Odyssey HPI. Someone says.
Yeah, Kevin also said HPI made that.
A Pontiac Aztec body would be pretty good.
I feel like we're getting the same chats here.
Right.
We got two people. They're like just typing in the same two chats. Tell them the same thing.
So yeah, I would love to do something with the van, especially Max. There's so much room in there.
So much room for stuff. I could finally put that ducted fan unit back to use.
Right.
There's so much room.
Yeah, that...
Oh, shoot, I've given it away.
Yeah.
Damn it. Great. Now we're both going to have ducted fan vans.
Yeah, except mine's going to be just for downforce. It's going to be like the old 20... I think it was like a Le Mans car that had the turbine that just... sucked it to the ground.
F1. I think it was an F1 car that
was
did
it?
that too.
Yeah. Super good.
Yeah. I'm going to do it the other way, so it just floats.
For less friction.
Search more vans.
Yeah.
Moose Jaw's like, we're all in cahoots. Search more vans. Open more tabs. Crash that Chrome.
So, yeah,
but that is definitely where one of the ones we want to do is fastest something again.
Yeah.
Because Drag Bolt was an absolute blast. I think that's the most fun I had.
It was definitely one of the most. The only thing that was close would have been the Pro Fusion, just because
Pro Fusion
we were competing side by side.
Yes, that was so good. That was really, really fun. In fact, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad chassis to start with either.
I mean, not for a lot of things, but for going fast, it seems like cheating.
Totally.
Because
it's just naturally fast.
Right. Yeah, the one thing I would like is to have something that had some gears that I felt like really hold up.
Yeah. Our first choice, I can't tell you how many of those ring gears I went through. Cool. Or never mind how many axle shafts I just completely obliterated.
Yeah, well, now let's see. I don't think I did.
You never broke any because you didn't crash as much as I did.
No, right. Yeah,
I had limited space. Like for most of my early tests, I didn't have all that much space to work with. And there were always curbs wherever I was doing it. So there were a lot of crashes or like spin outs that would just like shatter things into a million pieces.
Yeah, that was, and I think that a big part of mine was that I got my center diff sorted out pretty quickly.
Yes.
Which really allowed me to keep pretty good control of mine at speed.
Yeah, that's right.
That was,
plus you were always 4-wheel drive too.
I was always 4-wheel drive, but yeah, with the center diff. So it would, off the line, that thing was
up.
Front wheel drive a good portion of it. And then,
yeah,
such a fun car.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to do it again.
Yes, I agree.
I think our first choice makes it easier on me.
It does. It makes it harder on parts, but
yeah, yes, and more complicated.
Yeah. So, yeah, it will be interesting.
Yeah. Matthew Small asked, "What about a belly dragger build? Is that just like a comp truck? Because we already both make those,
right?
There's not much mayhem to that element either. We need something that we're doing that isn't really.
Yeah, should be the opposite of what it should be doing.
What it should do, like making a plane into a crawler,
right?
Like that's mayhem.
Yes, water skipping would still be kind of fun, although it seems very high likelihood of absolute catastrophe.
Yes.
So,
thing for sure.
Yeah, water skipping sounds like that. We tried to do flying. That turned out to be a very frustrating situation. I don't know.
Very, yeah.
Although I did find out that I've got an airfield next to me now. Well, not next to me. It's like within 10 minutes. RC airfield. So.
Got it.
Yeah. Not like a full. I think they would frown upon.
Somebody's saying that a belly dragger is a specific type of comp truck.
Yeah, they're just like
it's just
really
lower.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Again, it's not really mayhem.
Right.
So
yeah,
thanks for the suggestion, though.
The swamp buggy, though. I would love to do an old ESPN style swamp buggy.
Oh, remember those weird looking things?
So good.
Yeah. The Ocho.
Yeah, the ESPN. Yeah, the water skipping would definitely be one I would like to do, but at the same time, it's maybe not that different than just trying to make something like the fastest. And there's other aspects of it that you'd have to do, but at the same time, yeah.
Matthew Armini, and I presume he works for Techno. I said, if you guys are interested in using any Techno RC cars for Monthly Mayhem, let us know. Seen some guys turn our EB410 to a 1.9 U4 Rock Racer.
Yes.
Thanks, Matthew, for the offer there. We'll definitely consider it.
Yeah, no, the fam who works for us. He actually, I believe, maybe he didn't use the EB410,
but he did use something.
He used the Techno platform to turn it to his 2.2 Rock Racer, which was just
Hold on, my wife's telling me I got to go upstairs. I'll be right back.
Right.
Stand by.
Okay. But yeah, fam used the I think it's like their short course truck. Then they put like the truggy chassis on it instead, so it was longer but still narrower. And it was almost just like an 8th scale truggy size stuff, just downsized to make that to fit there. But it worked so well for U4RC. They could just completely make their way through the rock. That stuff was fun to watch. U4RC in general was a lot of fun to watch. But how about a no frame rail sand rail? That's an interesting. 3DRC says he's never coming back. SCX10 backflip challenge. Well, that's it's a pretty interesting one, Tony. I had thought about like a long jump challenge, but a backflip challenge is actually a pretty good one, just to see how many times, what approach you go with. Do you just try and go for height right away, or do you try and do a distance plus? That's an interesting. Suction car was a Chaparral 2D from Can-Am. U4RC is the best. U4RC is super. It was super cool. It's it lost most of its momentum, and it's still around, but so minimal now. But honestly, our U4RC stuff was so much fun to go watch. That was fun. Make a crawler out of a drift car. See, that stuff is, it's like the obvious opposite to the trying to make a crawler go super fast. But at the same time, it's just like, it seemed like it would be such a losing battle. For one, they never have the axle shaft stuff is always so weak. And then the gearing, I think we could easily change. We could put something in there to get the gearing back. But the drivetrain components in those vehicles is never anything compared to like what we need. We're looking at fairly beefed up chromoly shafts and reinforced diff cases to really hold that torque, where the diff guys, there's almost no traction. So they don't have to worry about these massive binding forces trying to pull and separate stuff apart. I think it would be just a click fest, just gears and things clicking and finally popping. SCX24 backflip challenge. Well, that's even weirder. Maybe I read the first one. No, I read it right. So that's just a separate SCX24 monster truck or SCX24 amphibious vehicle. I wouldn't feel as bad about the SCX24 amphibious. How is the scale suspension Camaro coming along? It's like 99% done. I need to do one last thing, and then it's ready to go and show. I've got to get that done. House jump challenge. Well, that would be easier for me. I think we should do that, since I live in a 1-story California house and Matt lives in a 3-story downtown Toronto house. That's Matt's wife's angry because he didn't get the truck fixed with the cash she gave him. The radiator's still broken. How about recycling your Kyosho Inferno and making a nitro crawler? Well, I think the problem is that I think Matt and I both popped the motors in those for the final video. I'm pretty sure that mine is likely not. It'd be a rough one. Chat jumped down. I'm catching up. Sound like try and make an axial crawler that's not a Jeep.
Hey, I gotta end my stream. My wife, the dog pulled her over and she bumped her head really bad on the sidewalk. Okay. So I'm gonna say goodnight.
Yeah. Good night to everybody.
Thanks everybody. We'll see you again next Wednesday. I'll talk to you later, Josh.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye. So we'll cut this one off too, guys. Hope everything is going well. Matt, I'll call you later. So, yikes. That's a scary end to it. Everyone wish Matt well on that side. And on that note, we'll cut this one off. So, take it easy, guys. Hopefully, we wish everybody the best over there. Yikes. Okay. We'll see you guys later.